Okay, as I was writing the script for this video, a rumor started to spread in the fandom that a minor took White Lily Cookie's death in the game as being free and decided to commit suicide. If this is true, then it's genuinely awful for them and their family, and my heart goes out to them all. But what is not okay is a fan base trying to pin this on Devsisters and claiming that they have blood on their hands and are responsible for this child's death. That is genuinely disgusting to insinuate. The devs are not at fault for making something that was at most mediocre. The parents of the minor are at fault for being so neglectful of their child that they thought this was a viable option to be free of their depression. Trying to use a child's death to put down the story of a video game instead of focusing on the fact that this kid didn't have enough support in her life to not do something like this is deplorable. And unironically saying that the devs have blood on their hands when all they did was, at most, make a bad story is disgusting. Devsisters are not responsible for someone else's horrific choices, and I don't care how you feel about White Lily Cookie's story. If you are blaming them for this instead of the people who should have been supporting that child and have failed so spectacularly that they took a game about cookies as reality, then there is something way more wrong with you than the company. I am genuinely hoping this is fake because the idea of this fan base being that gross is just too much for me to think about. I hope you enjoyed the video despite this. I felt incredibly awkward not bringing this up in the video where I'm saying how much I love the game. Cookie Run Kingdom! I love this game! No hyperbole, no, there's this one massive flaw I'm saving for the end of the video. No, I truly love it with all of my heart. And I'm going to tell you why. For those not in the know, Cookie Run Kingdom is a spin-off game of Cookie Run Oven Break that was released in 2021. It's basically a builder type game / RPG game where you level up your kingdom and cookies. Those aren't totally interesting to me, but what is interesting is everything else I'm going to talk about. This video is the first in what is hopefully a series where I talk about specific things I really love. Whether it's shows, or movies, or games, or anything else you don't watch on a screen. Not only do I have an excuse to talk about the things I enjoy, but I want to try and spread some positivity in the world. If you're feeling down and you just want to watch some random nerd on the internet yap about what they're hyperfixating on that month, then you can do that here. And if I made anyone's day a little bit better, then it was worth it. Now let's get into why I love this game. When I tell you the character design in this game is awesome, I mean it. You can immediately tell what the character in question is supposed to be, what their personality is, and there's even some hidden secrets in some of the designs if you're knowledgeable enough to find them. It's honestly inspiring to me, and it's what I want to embody in my own character designs. The way the game stylizes various ingredients and snacks to make the cookies we see in the game is just amazing. Take Stormbringer Cookie, for example. Just the name alone exudes awesomeness. Alright, I'm not about to mess around with someone who can summon storms and wreck my shit. Now look at her as a whole. The thundercloud hair, the jacket around her waist, the lightning eyelashes, and a confident look in her eyes. You can tell she's the god of the skies. Oh, did I mention that? She's the literal goddess of the skies in the game, ruler over the heavens. That spear isn't just for show, it's for smiting down anyone who thinks they can stand against her. Thankfully, her main job is being the sky god and circulating life powder through Earthbread with her deity cookies. Otherwise, the land would be pretty much cooked. Also, her concept art with her and the other deity cookies she made is just so cute. I love her design so much. Another cookie I love the design of is Pavlova Cookie. Just look at him. If anyone at Devsisters is watching this video, I need you to know right now. The amount of money I would pay for a plushie of this little guy cannot be understated. I'm outright thinking of just commissioning someone who knows more about sewing than I do to make a custom plushie of him. He is so cute, and I need to squeeze him until his head pops off! Anyway, his design. It's awesome. The sheer amount of hearts in the color scheme alone immediately tells you that this is Cupid if he was a cookie. Or should I say Eros, because Pavlova Cookie is based on both of them. Now, for those who don't know, Eros is from Greek mythology, and Cupid is the Roman version of Eros if he was hit with a babyinator. I love how they took two versions of the same character to make an entirely new character in Pavlova Cookie, and it fits incredibly well with the story arc in the game. Cookie Run Kingdom obviously took some liberties from the original myths, so it's not a one-to-one recreation, but it's still great. In the beginning of the story, Pavlova Cookie was basically every shipper on Tumblr. He loves a good romance story, will gladly shoot a cookie with his love arrows to get the romance he desires to see, and he's even able to tell when someone has love in their heart for another. And yes, he does use that to be as annoying as possible, but his character description and loading screen make it clear that he doesn't know what love really is, and he's waiting for the chance to feel the love he bestows onto other cookies. However, it's not until it's too late that he realizes the love he was searching for was there the whole time.
Oh, pathetic. Look at her trying to fly with those tattered wings. Can't stand her. Always so meek and weak-willed. But what is this emptiness within my heart? Was it my fate to silently watch her leave?
Hollyberry Cookie.
Eternal Sugar Cookie.
She returned to me, unfearing the flood of jam. Such a kind heart, much too tender to confront the world. Oh, no need for jam. After all, my sweetest other half is not meant for a life inside a jar. I shall adorn my paradise with splendor, so that when my dearest returns, she will be in awe.
Yes, Eternal Sugar Cookie. I will relay your orders to the Sugar Angels. Unlike the butterfly that chose freedom, my fate is forever bound to this place, this paradise eternal.
It's so beautiful! Pavlova Cookie realizing that he already had what he was searching for was devastating to watch. Go after your butterfly, Pavlova Cookie. She loves you too. Or at the very least, she'd be willing to give you a chance. This is basically if the original myth of Eros and Psyche went horribly wrong. It's heartbreaking. Instead of the two lovers finally getting together and conquering the challenges brought upon them by Aphrodite, Pavlova Cookie is forced to stay in the garden for all time, watching as the one he loves is leaving him behind. It's just so good! And the reason the two versions of Eros fit so well with Pavlova Cookie's character is because it's the perfect representation of his growth through the story. Throughout the entirety of Beasties, episode 9, Pavlova Cookie's definition of love is childish and naive. He thinks that love is a euphoric feeling that will finally make him happy, and true happiness is all he wants when he's stuck in the Garden of Delights. But when Sugarfly Cookie leaves and he feels an emptiness in his heart, only then does he realize what love really means, and that realization makes him grow up to match his new mentality. If only he could leave with Sugarfly Cookie and be happy with her, the real happiness he's been waiting for his whole life. It's just so good! I love it! But, of course, I can't talk about the character design or story in Kingdom without talking about my favorite character in this entire game. Alright, let me get one thing straight. She is so hot, oh my god, mommy, yes please. I will sell all my worldly possessions and give you the spoils for one chance of holding your hand, please. With that out of the way, Golden Cheese Cookie, she's my favorite character in the game. Awesome design, wonderful color scheme, great voice acting, a badass awakened upgrade, and an unbelievably tragic backstory to round it all out. First off, design. Peep the fit. Decked out in gold all over, some teal highlights with the shawl and makeup for contrast, and her soul gem in her crown. Yeah, she's flexing on us with that one. As she should. And her awakened form takes it a step further, because Golden Cheese really entered her magical girl era and upgraded the fit to be 10,000 times better than the last one. New ankle bracelets, a cooler spear, golden earrings, the new crown and wings, it's so awesome! Now, you think her over-the-top flair and bling would mean that she's a super arrogant and haughty cookie who looks down on others all the time. And she does, not gonna lie, she's a self-described greedy cookie who wants everything that glimmers. But her backstory not only balances out these desires of hers, but also makes her 10 times better as a character. Golden Cheese Cookie's entire kingdom was wiped out in the Dark Flower War, the first war against Dark Enchantress Cookie. Her grief over the loss of her people was so great that she used the power of her abundance to recreate the Golden Cheese Kingdom as the Golden City, a virtual paradise where her subjects, now coffins in the cheese deserts, could live out their lives without the threat of war. Golden Cheese thought that she was doing the right thing, and that this was the best way to provide for her subjects, but the Golden City was riddled with errors, and it wasn't a long-term solution. But instead of listening to those warnings, she basically lived in denial about it, figuring since she was the goddess of abundance, she could handle it no problem. A few errors is nothing with her power. But those errors pile up constantly, and if it wasn't for Gingerbrave and his friends trying to find her in the desert and relay the message that the other heroes needed her, she might have found herself back where she started at the end of the war, holding the crumbs of her subjects and fallen kingdom. And the character development she goes through in Beasties is phenomenal. I don't even have to say anything, just roll the clip.
How amusing! Crafty little thing. You stole a fragment of my power. You basked in its glory. So proud of yourself. You had the nerve to teach me? Me? Look where it got you! Poof! That precious servant of yours became a cloud of worthless dust! How does it feel? How does it feel to lose everything? But I must give credit where it's due. After all, it's thanks to you that I realized I had to get my soul gem back. Look me in the eye, Golden Cheese Cookie. I wish to see your face when I crumble you. I shall crush your greed, your treasures, your dough, and, in the end, I shall take back my soul gem. Don't worry, I always keep my promises. All you ever held dear will be swallowed by the tide of change, and your very name will be erased from history.
And find the last of the ancient heroes, Golden Cheese Cookie.
Golden Cheese Cookie?
I'm thankful you're safe.
My old friends.
Accept the truth and move on. That's what you need to do.
The most important part is to never let a second chance slip by.
I will help. We'll come help you too.
What's your greedy desire, Golden Cheese Cookie?
My new allies.
Radiance! We are the chess birds that have been working away in the mines for generations! Our great-great-great-great-grandfather, High Priest Cheesenbird, relocated our families to the mines. Chirp!
My subjects who put their trust in me.
Do not hesitate any longer, and fly freely to the skies.
I shall wait for you, my queen.
We called you a god, so be a god!
Those whom I trust with my life. Crush. Mine. All mine. You will not crush my treasures. You cannot crush my treasures, as you cannot crush me. My name will never be forgotten. My soul gem, the testament to my power, my right to be called a hero, and the power of abundance will never belong to someone ready to forsake the entire world. You lost this power, for it was never yours. Instead, it became mine, the greediest cookie on Earthbread. No, you do not have the right, usurper. You will not make this power yours by force. It will be mine forevermore.
My radiance is yours, O Golden One. And now, my light has increased. So, let the wings of abundance carry you.
Oh! Ha-ha! You will suffer!
Burning spice, Cookie. It seems the tide of change has turned in my favor. Hear my words. You chose to let go of everything you ever had. You do not deserve even the smallest snitches of my treasures.
Ah!
How can someone who has forsaken everything prevail over someone who has lost everything? Remember this moment and taste bitterness of regret. For you are about to face defeat from everything you have ever discarded.
It's just so fucking big, man. Ah! I still have so much more to say on what I love about the game, so I'll move on for now, but I want to try and make a separate video for Golden Cheese Cookie. I'm sure I'll be able to properly articulate my thoughts on her in a separate video. On to the next thing I love about the game. No joke, the animations in this game are awesome. I'm not talking about the gacha animations. Those are cool, but not what I love. I mean the special animations the game has to either advertise the game or within the game to portray the story. I don't know what the animators over at Devsisters are smoking, but whatever it is, I want some because, oh my god, this is beautiful! The animations in this game are what made me want to become an animator. I want to eat the animation files that these came from. Like, how do you even do some of this? This 3D animation is insane! Devsisters, tell me your secrets so I can make something half as good as this. If any animators for Devsisters are somehow watching this video, you are pure awesome and I love your work. And tell me how you did this because holy shit, I want to do it too! One of the genuinely great parts about this game and about Devsisters is how friendly it is to people who are free to play. I don't mean to glaze a company running a game that's basically gambling, but honestly, Cookie Run Kingdom is probably the friendliest gacha game out there right now. They constantly give out free stuff, especially during updates. They give out so much stuff after maintenance periods that it's become a community meme at this point. The pity system to new players and even returning players is incredibly generous. And there's been multiple events that will straight up give you the super ultra rare cookie for free. No money involved or tediously stupid events you have to complete, just giving you super high rarity characters for free without any drawbacks. What other gacha game is handing out legendary rarity characters like that? Now, is giving out all this free stuff just an incentive to make players come back every time to try and pour money into the game regardless? Yes, it most likely is. I'm pretty sure every single gacha game does that in some way. But Devsisters is choosing to go the generous route for its fan base, and I'd much rather have a company try and win me over by being nice than not. And again, considering how much stuff they give out for free, spending cash on gacha tokens is pretty much optional in this game. I understand if people disagree with this part, and I still hate gacha games on principle, but Cookie Run Kingdom? Not that bad. At least for me. Alright, on to the final and main thing that I love about Cookie Run Kingdom, and what gets me coming back to this game over and over and over again, and why it's genuinely one of my favorite games of all time. I say this with full seriousness and no irony. The stories and lore in Cookie Run Kingdom are some of the best stories I have ever seen out of a children's game about magic snacks. Whether it's the main story with Gingerbrave & Co. taking a stand against the Cookies of Darkness, or one of the side stories that's either a bubbly slice of life or genuine horror beyond my comprehension, I would not spend so much time and money. Yes, I spend money on this game and its merchandise if I didn't love its story so much. I remember when Black Pearl's update came out and it got me interested into the game and the stories as a whole, and I have such a good time seeing each story as it comes out, whether it's the main one or a side one. But if there's one story that I love the most from this game, it's the one that got me so emotional, I genuinely started to bawl my eyes out and go, yeah, this game is fucking awesome. It will be the update, the Frost Witch and the Lantern in the Snow. Oh my god, this story. I think this is another story I need to go over in a separate video because I have so much to say, but just listen to this song from the update for a second, and maybe you'll get a glimpse of what I mean. It's so beautiful. It's just amazing. Oh my god. I don't mean to have so many topics I want to make into separate videos, but this one is already long enough, and I don't want to take up too much time with it. When I get around to make those videos, I hope you'll understand what I love so much about these two stories and characters. And that was everything I liked about Cookie Run Kingdom. I hope this video format was enjoyable to anyone who got this far. I'll get better as I make more videos like this, I'm sure. I don't like rambling too much and wasting people's time, but if people want to hear me yap for longer, I can. I hope my gushing about this cookie game was able to brighten someone's day, even just a little bit. Until next time!